So, Dr. Paul Hemming, you're here today for Stamford's 64th convocation. How do you feel, sir?
Oh, I feel quite excited. It's wonderful to come over from Australia and see all of these successful students and be able to graduate them today. It's wonderful.
What is your aim to achieve from this partnership?
Oh, look, the relationship with Stamford has been a long relationship. We've had it for something like 10 years, and it's a fantastic organisation, and we're very pleased to be part of the relationship with Stamford and to help the community here in Kuala Lumpur and Malaysia and ensure that the students graduate successfully and have a very, very bright future. And I think Stamford does a great job.
So for the students that will be graduating today, what would your message be to them?
I think my message is to just see this as a step forward. It's not the end of your education, it's part of your process of long life learning, and that you should go forward from here having graduated and look to the future and develop a bright future for yourself and for your own family.
So for Federation University Australia and their partnership with Stamford, how do you see it as progressing and evolved since it's been a while? What would you say about the progress it has made?
I think the progress has been fantastic. We've worked well with Stamford and we will continue to work with them in the future so that we can develop perhaps more programs that will encourage students to join both ourselves and Stamford and move forward in the community.
Thank you so much, sir.
When I walked through the reception this morning, seeing all the smiling students and their happy families, I think that's really what it's all about. I think we're all here to make sure that the students leave the college in a better place than they were when they started. So, I mean, it's a really great day, and it's really, I feel really proud to be here today to witness that, and I'm looking forward to all the smiling faces going across the stage.
Your partnership with Stamford College and Leeds Beckett University UK, when did it start, and what is your the aim you're trying to get out of this partnership?
Okay, well, it's a new partnership for Leeds Beckett, and we're looking at working with high quality partners across the world, but in specific locations, who can deliver our courses and deliver the sorts of student experience that we would expect our students to have in Leeds. So we're looking at organisations that we know will support their students through our courses and support them through to their success, and that's really important to us. And Stamford College, I've known Stamford College for probably over 20 years now when I've worked in different organisations, and they have always been a quality partner.
What impressed you most about Stamford College before you began the partnership?
Oh, when I first saw Stamford College, it was the facilities, it was the dedication of the staff, and again it was seeing happy students, and it's always impressed me. All the quality systems and everything else, and all the backup systems, all the professional services that back those up are really good, and have always been really good, and they have been very good partners to work with.
As for the education, right, sir, compared to in Leeds Beckett University UK and in Stamford College, how much do you think it's the difference from the Malaysian education system to the one in the UK?
Well, I hope there's no difference at all. Our courses are exactly the same courses here as they are in the UK, and all the systems that back those courses up are exactly the same. The course notes clearly have to be adapted because there are different things in Malaysia than there are in the UK. I'm a civil engineer, and I think that teaching students about heating systems in Malaysia is a waste of time, but air conditioning might be a good thing. So we have to adapt our courses slightly to make sure that they fit into the local area. But I think the great thing is that the course here that's delivered is exactly the same course, and it gives students the opportunity here, if they wish to, at any stage of their course, to transfer and do part of it in Leeds with us.
So, looking forward to the future, what do you hope to achieve with Stamford College, this partnership with Leeds Beckett? what are your goals and your aims to achieve?
Well, I hope that the students will have a great experience. I hope that they will enjoy studying on our courses at Stanford. I really hope that in 3 years' time I'm standing here not talking to you because you will have graduated and gone on to better things, but I hope that I'm talking to a Leeds Beckett student and waiting to graduate a few hundred Leeds Beckett students across the stage. So I think this is a partnership that has great potential, and I'm certain it can grow, and I'm really looking forward to the big day when we have a full graduation ceremony.
Finally, sir, how do you find Malaysia and the climate here and everything? Is this your first visit or have you been here before?
I've been coming to Malaysia for 20 years and I keep coming back, so I must enjoy it a little bit. I think it's a great place. I think over the 20 years I've been coming, there have been huge changes in Malaysia, and even today I spotted some more changes going on. I mean, it's constant regeneration in the country, and it's always great to come back and see what's happened since I was last here.
For the students, right, so there's been many students here that are going to be graduating with like the Outstanding Award and Best Students. What do you think is the essential quality required for a student to achieve that landmarks?
Well, I think the essential quality for all students is to be dedicated, to work hard, but also to enjoy what you're doing, because at the end of the day, if you don't enjoy it, then you're perhaps not doing the right thing. And I think that comes through in the courses, and certainly if the student is enjoying the studying and they're enjoying the teaching, and they find it challenging and hard work, usually they perform very well.
So, sir, your final message to the students that will be graduating today?
Well, congratulations on completing their courses, I think is the first thing, but this is the first step. What the students have achieved now is really great, but they can go on to achieve so much more in the future. So just remember that this is just the first stage in their lives, and not the finish, but at the beginning of something else.
Thank you so much, sir. First of all, I'd like to ask you, today is Stanford's 64th convocation. How do you feel about today's convocation and latest Stanford night?
Well, I'm delighted to be here. I'm honored that I'm part of Stanford. I'm the president of Stamford College, and it should be a very happy occasion for all people who are graduating. And we wish the ones that are going out as graduates the best, for the world is waiting for them. I hope they will be very constructive in taking care of the world as much as they will go for the pursuit of excellence. And I'm confident that whatever they have learned in Stanford will stand then in very good stead going out there.
So, sir, Tan Sri, your role as the chairman of Stamford College, could you tell us a little bit about what your daily activities and what you actually do? Because for us students, we usually see Dr. Vincent and then Mr. Saumi and Dr. Chan. Could you tell us a little bit more about what you do?
Well, that's a very good question. I am not always at the college, but I do discuss with the staff and Dr. Vincent the various aspects of policies relating to the college. I discuss also, I would like to be sure that the students have all the facilities, that they have all the benefits. And I make a point to try to encourage as many students as possible to do even more than what they're doing in their graduate course. Means go to the libraries, read the books, deal with people, interact. Then you are really understanding what life is.
For the students, right, Tan Sri, what would you say, what kind of students Stamford College is trying to shape up for the future, to face the world after they graduate? What kind of student, like the attitudes to face the world, would you like to build here in Stamford College?
Well, first, you must live up to all the hopes and sacrifices that your father and mother and your family has done for you. So you just can't freak out and do your own thing. and forget about that obligation. That's a strong obligation, responsibility. Then you have to deal with you and the community. You are from Malaysia or you're from Nigeria. Yes. There are certain things that you have to be doing to further the interests of your country. I think I believe very strongly in patriotism. Even in the days of a globalized world, I believe in being patriotic, in supporting your country. You must do that. Then, of course, there are things that you have to do outside that is dealing with the environment. Whatever you do in order to get ahead, to be successful, it must not be at the compromise of the environment. The environment must not be damaged because you are trying to get something for yourself.
Finally, Tan Sri, for the students that are graduating today, what would you like to say to them?
Live life. Don't commit too early to anything. There are a lot of groups that come and ask you to do this and do that. Political parties, don't commit too early. Live life. There's so many things out there you have to do. And there are so many discoveries, scientific and everything else, that has not yet been discovered. Make up your mind later. Be responsible, but live life and commit at some point in time later.
Thank you so much, Tan Sri.
I am very proud, very happy, very excited, I'm very honored. Okay, it's a mixture of feelings, all right, and it is something that is shared between me, the college, and everyone outside, the graduates and the parents. It's a great feeling.
I still remember, sir, several months ago we interviewed you when Stamford College was going to be starting to be opening in Kepong. From then till now, sir, there's been a huge progress. How do you feel about the progress that Stamford College has made?
Well, if we talk about progress, it's quite relative. To some people, we have made a lot of progress, and to some, we have not made enough progress. And I tend to think that in certain areas, we are still a little behind in our schedule, but we are coming along. So it is always good to see your plans come together and the people reacting positively to it. And I do find a lot of positive vibes coming out from the college, and that's good.
For the students that will be graduating today, what would you like to say to them, sir, throughout their journey in studying in Stamford College?
Well, I guess most important will be the learning experience that they have had, the sharing, and the friendship they have made, the bond they have made with their colleagues. But very importantly, the bond they have made with the college. Stamford College has been here for 64 years, and it should be around for a lot more years. And we are starting a very active alumni. So we would like all students to come on back, share their experience, and then we progress faster.